What's the first book in the Bible? Genesis. Let's go there. Let's go to Genesis. Chapter 2. Genesis chapter 2, verse 16. God says, you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. But we keep forgetting that there were two trees in the center of the garden. There was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, but there was also the tree of life. And God says, don't eat the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, but you can have the tree of life. All right, let's agree. The story is definitely not something to do with physical trees, because the story was written by a prophet. He's not an agriculturist, neither is he a farmer. So he's not talking about physical trees. He's using trees to teach us spiritual concepts. That's what prophets do, right? So the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life, that's where we are today when it comes to praying in the spirit. This man who wrote the book of Genesis, Moses, I think it was Moses, right, is teaching us powerful prayer secrets in that story. Oh my Lord. Powerful prayer secrets are in that story. In prayer, there's two things involved. There's the tree of life, there's the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. This has nothing to do with anything else but your prayer life, that tree. If we're talking about your soul or your mind, right? And then we're talking about eating. Because physically, with your body, you eat with your mouth, right? You take physical food and you eat to feed your body. Your mind or your soul or your spirit, they also eat. But let's talk about your mind. How does your mind eat? It means your mind absorbs thoughts and ideas, right? Absorbs words that are being spoken. Right now, as I'm talking to you, your mind is absorbing these things. And here's what's interesting. Your mind is so powerful that sometimes it absorbs without you realizing that it is actually absorbed. I'll give you an example. You're walking in town in the busy street of Joburg, passing small street. You know how they put their big speakers outside next to each other? They should just agree to play one song. Because as you move from shop to shop, this one is playing rock music, this one is playing kwaito, this one is playing different kinds of songs. You know how it happens. Now here is you. You are passing through small street, not paying attention to what's being played. And into your shopping. You're looking for your perfumes, you're looking for your clothes, you're not looking for anything. You're just passing through those shops. Later on during the day, you find yourself singing a song at the back of your mind. Forgetting that as you're passing through small streets, somebody was playing a song and your mind absorbed without you realizing it. Later on during the day, you're singing that song because your mind ate. If the story is telling us that there were trees which were permitted to eat and there were trees which were not permitted to eat, and if the story is talking about the human mind, it means there are certain things your mind should eat, there are certain things your mind should not eat. We're talking about the mind now. So your mind, you should train your mind to pay attention to certain things, and you should train your mind to avoid focusing on certain other things. And these things are symbolized by these trees. All right.